What's up, and welcome back to the number one show in sports and entertainment. Earl Knows It All. I am your host, Earl Hill, and yes, it's that time again, folks. It's our weekly Pick Six, NFL Pick Six, Week 4. The first 3 weeks of the season, we've been doing amazing, baby, and we are only picking the winners. I mean, we're going to get into what I did last week. We're going to give you the picks for this week and make sure you get to that money. But first, play my theme music. What's good, football fans, man? Before you do anything, make sure you do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, cut on your notifications, and share this video, man. Share the wealth. Literally, we making your money out here, baby, with this Pick Six. Speaking of which, let's get into what we did last week. Week 3, we had another outstanding week. Our first undefeated week of the season, 5-0-1. Those pesky Rams, man, I picked them again, and it seems like every time I pick them, it's something a little, I don't know, but they pushed for me. But we went 5-0-1. We took home the game against the Jets, with New England being 2.5 point favorites in that game. Detroit, we said they were 3-point favorites. We told you bet the house on that one. I love the Falcons, but hey, I know what they're going to do, man. Tennessee got their doors blown by Cleveland. They were 3-point underdogs. We took Cleveland -3. Cleveland ran off on that one. And Pittsburgh more than handled their business on Sunday night. They were 3-point underdogs. They won that game outright. I told you they would win that game outright, by the way. And Philadelphia, you see what it was, man. I switched the head around last episode, and they handled their business. They were 4.5-point favorites. They did their thing down in Tampa Bay, brought Baker Mayfield back down to life. And the Rams, who were 3-point underdogs, kicked the field goal. Got a touchdown, late to make it a 3-point game against Cincinnati, and we pushed that game. So 5-0-1 at home if you're scoring last week, which brings us to a total of 14-2-2 on the season. Now, I don't even really watch a lot of other people that pick games because, I like to try to not have any of my judgment clouded by some of these people who don't know what they're talking about, man. But I'm pretty sure that winning percentage that I have at 14-2-2 is one of the best in the world right now, man. So without further ado, let me give you my pick six for this week, week 4 in the NFL. Right now, whatever you're doing, stop this video if you need to. Call your friend, say, hey, man, this guy said he was 14-2-2. You can go do the research and see. It's all video evidence. We are making you money. I promise you that. Of course, all of this is for entertainment purposes only, but if you do fancy yourself a gambler, hey, there's some good information to have, man. The first game that we'll pick this week, we got the Atlanta Falcons rolling into London. Doom, 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 doom. I don't even know if that's the London song. That may just be like an NBC or Olympic song. Who knows, man? But they're taking on the Jacksonville/London Jaguars. This is a virtual home game for Jacksonville Jaguars. They are the home team in this game. If you know anything about the Atlanta Falcons and their quarterback, Desmond Ridder, he does not fare well when he's on the road. So whether this is a home game for Jacksonville or not, they are not in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Jacksonville is given 3 points. Take those 3 points, give them to Atlanta, and go home a winner, okay? The next game that we'll choose, Cincinnati rolls into Nashville to take on the Tennessee Titans. Cincinnati is given 2.5 points. Now, if you know anything about what I've been saying this football season, Ryan Tannehill is a guy that I don't got a lot of faith in, man. I don't even know if Mike Vrabel has a lot of faith in him, but I think he doesn't have another choice right now. So Cincinnati is given 2.5 points in that game. I think Cincinnati walks over Tennessee in Tennessee. They will cover the 2.5. You want to go with Cincinnati on that game. This next game, Minnesota is 4.5-point favorites against Carolina. One team was supposed to be on 3, the other one not. I think we'll continue to see Carolina maybe struggle. And against my better judgment, this was one I'm a little shaky on, but I think Minnesota will cover the 4.5. They should win by a touchdown. I look for Justin Jefferson to have a big game in this one. Our next game, New England rolls into the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Jerry World, whatever you want to call it, man, the AT&T Stadium. And Dallas is given 6.5 points in that game. New England has a good defense, but I don't trust Mac Jones, man. I think the problem here is going to be Dallas is coming off that big loss. They need to get themselves back together. That defense is going to get after it after getting ran all over last week by James Conner. Look for Michael Parsons to get back on track. Mac Jones, run for your life, boy. That's all I can tell you. Dallas will cover the 6.5. They'll win by a touchdown or more in that game. Now, this other game, this team has been a surprise, even though they have only won one game. They've been in every single game, and this is a huge number, a 14-point spread in this game. Arizona goes into San Fran. San Fran is one of the best teams in the NFL. I'll say that reluctantly because if you know anything about me, I'm not a huge fan of Kyle Shanahan, the boy genius, as I affectionately, not so affectionately call him. But in this game, I think Josh Dobbs and Arizona will make sure they keep it a little bit closer than the experts think, man. It's a 14-point spread. That's a huge spread. That's like a college football game, man. These are professionals. Arizona's been in every game. They could possibly be 3-0 the way they played. They definitely beat up on the Cowboys last week. I think they will cover that 14. They probably lose by 10, I'll say, in that game. And the last game that we have, our Monday night game, we only get one Monday night game this week. I've been picking 2 of the Monday night games. I only get one. Geno Smith returns to New York, like the prodigal son, I guess you could say. Played for both New York teams, man. And yeah, he will go into New York. They are getting a point from the Giants. Not sure why they're getting a point from the Giants, but they will win that game outright. And they will also, of course, cover based on that. So you want to take Seattle. For us to recap here, we got Jacksonville giving 3 to Atlanta. We have Cincinnati giving 2.5 to Tennessee. Minnesota giving 4.5 to the Carolina Panthers. Dallas at home giving 6.5 to New England. Arizona to cover the 14 points that they're getting. And Seattle getting 1 will take them to win that one outright as well. Bet the house on it. That's our pick 6 for this week, man. We are 14-2-2. I see a 6-0 week coming, man. I got a push last week. I told y'all 6-0 last week. We went 5-0-1. This week, 6-0. We're going to keep running these numbers up, man. It must be the money. You heard the theme song, baby. Do me a favor, guys. If you like my content and what we're doing with these picks, I also do a lot of other stuff. We covered recently the Chicago Bears. If they're cursed, it's a phenomenal video. I'm not just saying it because I'm biased. I'm saying it because it's a phenomenal video. Check that video out as well. It gives you a little bit of history about the Chicago Bears and also lets you know, hey, if they're ever going to turn this thing around, man, I don't know about that. And like I said, man, do me a favor. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, tell a friend about this, share the video as well, and turn your notifications on also so you don't miss anything that I'm doing, especially this pick 6, because we're making you a lot of money, man. Let me leave you with this precious gem. Put your trust in God because through him, all things are possible. And may the source be with you. Have a great day.